Good morning. I'm going to talk to you today about the Perth Summer Carnival. And whereas a lot of people are concentrating on the two main races, I'm going to show you a little further information. First, I want to tell you about the release of our brand new ebooks. When I say brand new, they've been released at a very special price. This is our online bookstore. When you go there, the hard copy books are below. Okay, so you can see those, including Racing My Perfect Investment Volume 3. Not a lot of these left. They found a $97.90 winner yesterday. Very interesting. But what we've got on this week, we've got a sale on our ebooks. We now have ebook versions of most of the books, and they're going very, very cheaply. So you can have a look at some of these here, like there's the Make Racing Pay, Racing Pays More package. $49.95. You won't get cheaper than that. Normally these books used to sell for $149 each. This gives you a chance to get them very cheaply in ebook format. There's Market Forces, only $39. Professional Staking and Money Management, $19.95. Okay, we can go back to what I was going to talk to you about now. And here's what I do in processing the weekend's form. Okay, we've got the GTX plan, and I've spoken to you before about the traffic lights. You can see here that in this race, Elite Bell has 4 green lights, so that's a very strong go. And interestingly enough, she's come up favourite at $3 fixed with the bookmakers. Now, I wanted to show you how we can also select some of our races. So, for example, the first thing I'll do, we've got a system selector here. In other words, I'll put in all the reasons for selecting particular horses, and I've put them there in a group. And so there's a whole group of plans. And what I do, I just press the hit button there. Press the button here, and bingo, there are the selections for Ascot for the day. Now you can see the various system names, or the shortcuts, and I'm going to take you through those. Now, in Ascot Race 2, you can see Elite Bell has come up as a selection for us, and so on. Okay, let's have a look at the other races now I want to draw your attention to. In Race 3, this is another listed race. And this one is the Placid Arc Stakes over 1200 for 3-year-olds. As you can see here, we've got 2 horses at the top, Wanderlust and Guardlock. Now, Guardlock actually finished in front. Now, what happens most of the time, people think, well, okay, the horse that finished second here, and it was only beaten in Austral, I must admit. Okay, they're going to go for that one if you like. However, one of the things I've discovered with last start winners is that horses like this, if you have a look at the racing pattern here, it was third at the turn and came up behind the other horse and went past it. Those horses tend to continue to win. Okay, so in this particular race, I will probably be on Guardlock. And if I look at that systematically, I get the same result here. Okay, now looking at race 5. Race 5 is the Fillies and Mares Open. You can see here we've got EJ's Girl, Celebrity Miss. They're both highly rated together at the $6.20, but if you have a look here, this one has 4 greens. Okay, so that's going to be my preference, Celebrity Miss. And if I look at race 5 and see what the bookmaker's prices is, I'm going to find that Celebrity Miss is well favoured in this race. Okie doke. She's around $4.20 and very, very firm. So, we continue on and we can see some more selections here, including in race 6, number 14. Okay, we go to race 6 and we've got number 14, Miss Rosa de Largo. Has 3 wins in the last 4 starts, and all of the top 4 horses come up, all in the green. So, a very, very tight race. But, if we have a look, this is the West Australia Guineas, of course. If we have a look here in race 6 and we look at the prices, we can see that this is a very, very short price favourite, having firmed from $3.20 into $3.90. I suppose one advantage is she's able to lead and hold that lead as she has in her last 2 starts. The problem is she going to back up after 7 days as a 3-year-old filly racing against colts and geldings, especially when you see some of those horses have come from the East Coast. So, at the moment, the horse that I like at the moment is probably going to be the best bet today, I think, for tomorrow is possibly going to be Guardlock in Ascot Race 3. Okay, once again a reminder that the ebook sale is on, and that's on all the rest of this week. You can go on there. There's the barrier book, which gives you an idea of barriers at many of the major race courses in Australia. You're saving $70 on the original price, and I guess some of the information, there are a couple of the racetracks in there where they don't race anymore. That's not a problem. Plenty of racetracks where they do, and the barrier stats we've rechecked and found that they have not changed over time. There's the one, my favourite ebook, only $22.95 and so on. Good luck for tomorrow and enjoy the Summer Spring Carnival.